All right, so how do the Hunger in the Wild online training programs work? That's like the million-dollar question. We've been getting a lot of inquiries lately about the different programs, how they are different from each other. What's the difference between individual programming compared to team programming? How the app works. Is it a web application? It is a mobile application, and so forth. So I'm going to take a few minutes to just kind of show you guys the back end of the actual platform from the user side and from the coach's side, what comes with it, the features that you get, the free value that we add, just kind of the whole thing. If you have additional questions after this, let me know. But for the purposes of today, I'm going to log in through our web application. So you can see here, it's team.hungerinthewild.com. You don't have to type in portal Hunger in the Wild. It'll show up if you just go team.hungerinthewild.com. And then here, I'm going to use Red's password. He was kind enough to share it with me. And now we're logged in. So this is what the dashboard looks like. If you go to calendar, it's going to allow you to view your calendar. He's a coach, so he has a coach's view, but we can go to his personal calendar, which is an individual program that we do or that I do. So you'll see his is going to look a lot different than most of the others that I'll show you. He has double sessions, 3 days a week. Him and Mario both do. The workouts are obviously pretty long. There's over 350 variation of exercises in our Olympic weightlifting database, and the level 4 program, which is essentially what Red and Mario both do, incorporates just about all of those exercises. So there's a ton of exercises to choose from. We can really get specific on addressing the weaknesses of each individual athlete, collect data on all of them. We run reports every week. We do check-ins on Sundays. We really keep a close eye on all the individual athletes that we work with as an individual. That's the biggest difference. Now, if we go to a team program, for example, let's say level 2, where there are hundreds of people on one program, what we do is we collect data on all of the active users. At the end of each week, we run the reports and we find the averages amongst the whole group. So, for example, if there's an overwhelming number of people who have weak squats relative to their Olympic lifts, then we're going to start to incorporate more strength work or specifically squatting. That goes for pulling or if it's technical exercises and so forth. So we allow you to see all the way out through the entire program as soon as you sign up. So I mean, theoretically, you could sign up, copy the program, paste, into a document, print it out, give it to your friends, sell it. Really do whatever you want with it. And we do that for a reason because it allows you to see the direction you're going. It allows you to see that we actually have a plan in place. You can see the modifications as we make them, so it's actually a live program where we're going through and we're making adjustments based on performance. But also, we allow you to keep your data from the first day you join all the way until the day you cancel. So if you sign up today and you're a member for the next 5 years, you will save every bit of every workout, every bit of history, every weight lifted, every rep, everything. You keep it in a journal and it's yours until, for as long as you're a member. That's really cool because after a long time, you can run these reports and they'll show you the graphs, where your performance has increased, maybe where it's decreased, and then we can draw similarities and really start to figure out, hey, if you're not, improving in this area, well, this is probably the reason why. So it allows us to really use the data and base our adjustments to your programs off of real live data, which is pretty unique. So going from there, that was a weightlifting program, obviously. Now let's look at somebody one of my individual clients who is doing bodybuilding. And for example, the workouts look much different. And on here, we take body weight measurements, we do body fat percentages, we weigh at least once a week. We also apply forms. So we'll check in with you periodically throughout the week just to make sure everything's going well. ask if you have any questions, address any issues that might come up. And then on Sundays, with all individual clients, we do a private check-in through the app. So there's actually a messenger through here where we can message all of our clients. The individual clients can even send, we can send memes. Individual clients can send videos where we can actually do technique breakdown and analysis privately in the DM for all individual clients. Now, that's kind of where it differs between individuals and team clients. So, somebody who's using a team program can still use the messenger, but we don't do video analysis through the messenger. Also, individuals have a 24-hour turnaround response. So if you send us a DM, we'll respond to you within 24 hours. If you're on a generic team program, you can send us a DM. We'll respond to you within 72 hours, guaranteed. It's usually much quicker than that. But anyways, whether or not you're an individual client or not, this is an actual somebody who's on a team program, and you can see. I mean, there's a lot of communication back and forth. What we do is we encourage you to use the team feed. So if you go here, this is the team feed. It's a collaboration. It's like almost like a Facebook page, really, where you post your videos. You can have conversations with coaches. You ask us questions. You bring up confusion points. Really whatever you need. If you post it here, we have a 48-hour turnaround guaranteed, where we will address your problem and really do everything we can to fix it. So you can see here, for example, this guy was having issues with pulling under in the high hang snatch. So we actually took screenshots, put it in a PDF, wrote some things out, drew the arrows, tried to give him a really thorough explanation of not, only what he's doing wrong, but also how to fix it and improve it going forward. So from there, here's another good example. Yesterday, this is a voiceover. You should be able to hear it. We got a video from Hazel, and she had some questions, so we answered them. But then we went a step further, and we actually, like I said, did a voiceover. So here's the analysis. So it's a slower turnaround, but we still try to give everybody, some individual attention and focus. It's this is an individual sport. Everybody responds differently, and at the end of the day, the only way to really improve is to improve on things that you need to improve on. That's where team programs fall short, but we try to do the best job we can to make up for that with, again, running the reports, having the data, and actually addressing the individuals as individuals. So from here, another really cool feature, documents and links, which is something I think a lot of people don't necessarily know about, but they should. In here, we have everything from nutrition guides with actual like macro breakdowns. We'll give you the extra, like the caloric intake. We'll give you the macronutrients. We'll actually give you sample meal plans based on your body weight, your goals, whether it's performance or aesthetics, all kinds of stuff. Um, we give you free access to a 4-week peaking program that we sell for $60 online. It's yours for free. Again, you can download it, sell it, do whatever you want with it. If it adds free value to somebody who can't afford it, then I mean that's really the reason we do it. So feel free. If you are on an individual program and you have a competition coming up, we do a custom peaking program. If you're on a team program and you have a competition coming up, we encourage you to use this 4-week peaking program. It shows you how to count attempts, how to declare openers, when to do it. Really, it's a extremely in-depth and detailed ebook that it's perfect for beginners, but it's also perfect for people who have experience and just need a little bit of refreshing before they actually go to a new or to a competition. Another thing we do is we actually give you free access to the exact teaching process that we use for the Olympic lifts. So, for example, we'll give you the ramp up that we use with all the demo video exercises. You can click there, it'll take you right to YouTube. We do that for all 3 lifts. So, for the snatch, the clean, and the jerk. In person, those are like 45-minute sessions. We charge $330 for all 3 sessions, and we're giving it to you free right here. If you're a coach, use it at your gym. If you're an athlete and you want to teach, your girlfriend or yourself, that's what it's there for. So from there, this is another really cool piece. So you would come here, you go here, you create a copy. So you want to duplicate it so it doesn't edit the actual master template, but this is an efficiency calculator. So up here, I've put in my lifts. For example, best back squat raw is 275. And to be efficient or to be considered efficient, you should be able to snatch 60% of your back squat. So let's delete this, delete that. And now if I were coming in here on a blank template, and since this is back squat, I need to enter my max back squat here. And then it's going to automatically populate based off of the percentage what an ideal max should be. And then I fill in my actual max here. And you can see that technically I fall short of being proficient in the snatch compared to my strength. If we do the next one, same thing. You should be able to clean and jerk around 80% of your max back squat. So technically I should be able to clean and jerk 220 kilos. Unfortunately, I cannot. So again, I fall short of being proficient. Now, the stronger you get, the more skewed that becomes. But at the end of the day, it's a black and white way to really, see where you lie as far as efficiency and, whether you need to be working on strength or technique. That's really what it's for. This over here is just showing you the actual percentages that are considered, proficient. Here we use the more common, so like it's technically 60 to 65% of your back squat is what your snatch should be. Most often than not, people are going to be closer to 60, so we're using that here. And then down here is a blank template. So you come in and you enter all your information here, enter all your lifts here, and then it's going to populate right here what they technically should be, and then you fill in your true 1 rep maxes here, and you'll be able to see where you line up. If you're proficient, if you're not, if you need to be working on strength as opposed to working on technique. It's just a good way to keep an eye on things and make sure you're improving and progressing appropriately in both ways, strength and technique. If you guys have any questions, let me know. It's there's a lot of information. We try to do a really good job of keeping up with communication, both in-app, email. I mean, we even use Instagram as a channel. So if you have questions, feel free to let us know. If you want to get video analysis, post it in the team feed. That's going to be by far your fastest route. We'll get the responses back to you much more quickly there than we will anywhere else. And then tag us on Instagram, whenever you make your post, because we do go through and we monitor Hunger in the Wild Instagram. If you tag us, we'll see your videos and we'll give you some advice.